What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Firstly, I want to apologize for not being so active today. I've had a couple of things that I've needed to sort out, okay? But we're all well right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's been going on? In my absence, Steve has had a free roam of the marketplace. Bitcoin has been dropping quite beautifully to the downside, taking out traders, making them believe one thing is happening against the next. And in this video, I want to try and help you understand how to exploit certain plays when the narrative is seeing price moving to the downside. A lot of people say, how can you make money in the bearish market? It's pretty simple, okay? The best way for it is to really understand what is going on in the charts, so that then you can get the confidence to be able to place trades at certain points in the chart so that you can exploit the movement and then resume with the narrative that's coming into play. All right, so let's roll with it, ladies and gentlemen. As it stands right now, today and over the past couple of days, we've had some mad price action. Firstly, I want to focus on the following. This move to the upside last night. Very interesting. So I want you to look at this. I shared this image last night to the Patreons, okay? And this is what I said to them. I said, my belief in this chart is Asia is setting up for tomorrow to drop in the UK session. So whilst Bitcoin was pumping up to the upside, you may have heard me say many a times in the streams where I've said whenever an asset coin moves towards a moving average at speed and it's out of the norm, it's usually a trap. And this is exactly what has happened right here with Bitcoin. Came up towards the 200 EMA. They came out at speed. Remember, retail traders were trying to go short in this range and the market maker came back up and took out all their liquidation points. Now, the high block does show that there is a lot of liquidation zones that they can come back up to in terms of the shorts. But the problem is people are still buying. People are committing longs in this area because they're buying dips. They think this is the lowest point that Bitcoin can get to. They are in denial about price action, which is why the market maker will facilitate price action and give traders the belief it's going to go higher. But then whilst he's doing that, he's shaking them out at the same time. In my opinion, I think the market maker's trying to get the retail traders who believe price is going to come back up and go long. He's trying to get them to change their narrative to going short. And that is when he will then change the direction. Okay? Because people are in denial. They can't accept Bitcoin going any lower. Okay? So this was the play. I anticipated this to play out from last night's price action. All right? Then I pushed out this chart right here. I believe it's this one. And afterwards, we got from this play right here, price had come up and they in essence formed the M formation. And the price targets themselves were 38,373 and 37,900 and beyond into this range right here. Why? Because they had moved aggressively into moving averages which were out of the norm. Look at how fast they came up into this range right here. So I projected out that we were going to see price coming back into this zone again if they were stuck with the narrative that they want to move price down lower because of the tensions overseas. Remember, they will use news to exploit traders because they know they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to buy or they're going to sell. Okay? They won't do neither because people want action all the time. All right? So then when we take this and we look at price action, you can see the same pattern formation right there. If I move that up, you'll see it in this zone. M formation, drop, 3873, taken, 3800, 38,038 right there. And then we come right down into the pin of that W of the arrow right there to sit flush. And then they bounce back. Okay, so that was a nice little projection for the guys in the Patreon so they can take advantage of understanding my logic behind why I think price is going to go one way against the other. And this is what I do. I'm trying to get people to understand why I believe it's going in one direction based on what we see, based on the understanding of the fast move, the false move. What day was it yesterday, or should I say today? All right, it was Monday. Monday initiated the false move to the upside. Okay, look, how can you move up so aggressively on a Monday when everything is looking favorable to the downside? They move up. Remember, there is no loyalty in trading. People don't care. If they see price moving up, they are automatically going long. Bitcoin is mooning out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time that it turns. And it happened on a Monday. Remember, traders were away over the weekend, so they didn't have the luxury of being able to place trades in the charts. Now, I'm talking about the institutional traders. So come into the Asian session, you can see what they did. Yeah? From the Monday night, they shifted price to the upside. And then they pulled it all the way back down. Yeah? Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. Because you can exploit these sort of plays. Remember, when a fast move appears out of nowhere, and its principle it is to come back up and recover these previous zones. Just look at this. This is despicable. Look at how close the red vector candle is right here to the actual wick right there. That's not a coincidence. That's synchronicity. They purposely did that because that's the point they could encourage traders to go short from. And that's the point that the market maker had started buying positions from as well. So he was going long from that zone. So he had realized a great return on those longs. All right. Now, what can we expect Bitcoin to do next? Well, look, go back to this stream. Yeah. This stream was talking about why Bitcoin may drop again. And we go into a lot of detail with this stream itself. We highlight why at this point the market maker will be able to induce traders to believe that price is going to go one way against the other. What is he going to make traders do in this zone? If he made traders go and sell off at this point and also encourage retail traders to go long from this point, don't you think he's going to want to come back into that zone? So he's now come and taken those zones. So looking at price action itself, we'll just kill that. We go into price action. You can see the lowest point that we came to was 36,766. We zoom out and we can see on the chart itself. So go on to the 4 hour. You can see that they have come down into the range, very tightly into this range. One zone that you must be very, very cautious of is this next area right here, the 35K zone. Why? Because there's liquidity there. Look at the blue vector. This is a point where they can encourage traders to go short and go long from. So market maker knows he can get positions filled. He will always come back to these points. Why? Because he gets interest from those same zones. Yeah? One thing that I'm focusing a lot on right now, guys, is the disparity between Bitcoin, US government bonds, the USDT chart, and of course, gold and the S&P 500. Just look at what's going on. I don't trade any of these pairs, okay? I don't trade the bonds. I don't trade market cap USDT. And I don't, well, I put a bit, sometimes I trade a bit of gold. And I don't trade any of them really, okay? But I use them to get the understanding of traders' mindsets. Remember, Bitcoin is a new thing in terms of trading. It's a new asset. People are slowly starting to test it out. The people that are trading cryptocurrency are the guys involved in crypto, okay? You will always understand where you are when you pay attention to the government bonds, the market cap USDT and the gold and S&P 500. And I'm going to do a video which is going to help you understand their purpose and how you can utilize it to exploit plays in Bitcoin. Okay, but here's a little bit of an overview. The US government bonds, when the bonds are dropping in value in terms of a yield itself, it means that the government is now receiving a lot of interest from traders around the world or investment portfolios that want to hedge any risk. They want to seek safety, so they chuck it all into the government bonds. It's been dropping. So traders are not putting money in risky assets. The USDT dominance chart itself, all right, you can see that is progressively rising up. Traders are taking their money out of altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, and they're putting it into USDT. It's now starting to trend upwards. Rise, retrace, continuation. Rise, retrace, continuation up. Okay? There is a zone in the chart that is very important, and it's the 5% mark zone, so keep an eye out on that. You've got gold. That's absolutely flying to the upside. Traders are scared. This Russian news play is keeping traders very, very cautious as to whether they start putting money into risk on assets. Okay? They are pushing price up for gold. Traders are scared, so they want a safe haven. They reach out to gold. S&P 500, you'll notice it does have a positive correlation, in my opinion, to Bitcoin. Okay, you can see that how it's performing over the last 24 hours or so. And you can see Bitcoin on the M formation right there on the hourly. So if we pull that up, you'll see it clear as day. Here we go. Let me zoom out. There's the M formation right there. And there's the S&P 500. Tell me what's any different about that. They are literally following each other. Okay. Now, you can exploit price by understanding traders' sentiment. If they're pushing liquidity, if they're pushing price down on the S&P, and Bitcoin tends to follow that, whether it does it first or last, what you'll find is when you have all these charts up, sometimes you'll see gold moving first, then you'll see the S&P, then you'll see the USDT dominance chart moving, and then you'll see the government bonds moving last. Sometimes you might see the S&P 500 moving before Bitcoin, but then Bitcoin will follow and then gold will follow. Sometimes you'll see gold going in the opposite direction when news is actually against the US dollar and it's not a good sentiment, and where you would naturally expect traders to seek safety, gold will be dropping. But at that point, you'll be paying attention to how far it's dropping and where it's dropping to. Could they be setting up traps? Yeah? Don't make the mistake of thinking this is going down, that means Bitcoin's going down. The fundamental principle would say that based on the math behind the coefficient of Bitcoin and the S&P 500. However, it isn't going to be that simple. So you've got to dive into it deeper and understand how are traders feeling in the S&P. Back it up with the US bonds. Are they actually approaching the government now, seeking safety? Look at the market cap for USDT and Bitcoin in cryptocurrency. How are crypto traders feeling about things? And then run to gold, which would be the safest haven for traders if they want volatility. Yeah? Cool. So tomorrow I will be doing a live stream at 2 p.m. Okay? So mad love and respect to every single one of you people passing through to the channel. Again, I apologize for not really doing much today. I've had some commitments that needed to be addressed. So that hopefully is all sorted out. But I just want to say, be sure to like and subscribe for anyone new passing through. We've got a busy week ahead of us, guys. News is influencing the way people commit liquidity into the charts. Just proceed with caution. If it's not a time for you to start trading, or should I say, if you don't feel comfortable trading, don't trade. Remember, don't force a trade, and cash is also a position too. All right? You're not missing out on anything, ladies and gentlemen, because the market will guarantee be there the next day. All right? Again, mad love and respect to you people. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will catch up with you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time, to catch the New York session. Take care of yourselves. Peace.